first one, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. The next being a brand new IP for Sony and Horizon Zero Dawn. Both games are starkly different and have tons of potential. In this video, I'll be comparing the two games and what game is Sony's most anticipated PS4 exclusive this year. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End is the latest game from one of the most respected development studios on the planet today in Naughty Dog. They are veterans of the industry, having worked on games such as Jak and Daxter and Crash Bandicoot, but they didn't really reach legendary status until the beginning of the Uncharted series in 2007. And even then, the first Uncharted title, while a very good game, definitely had its issues. It was with Uncharted 2 Among Thieves that we really started to notice Naughty Dog's brilliance. Then we saw a similar level of quality in Uncharted 3, and their last game, The Last of Us, showed us that they could create an extremely mature and moving game. It's widely accepted that Naughty Dog is Sony's ace, and that's why many see Uncharted 4: A Thief's End as the first true system seller for the PlayStation 4. After nearly a decade, the story of Nathan Drake is finally coming to an end, and with Uncharted 4 you can expect the greatest and most exhilarating adventure yet. If you don't know the setup to the game's story, let me catch you up. Uncharted 4 is set 3 years after the events of Uncharted 3. Drake has finally decided to settle down with his wife Elena Fisher, but suddenly his long-lost brother, who Drake believed was dead, appears seeking his help.
Right. Slow down. Hey, have a seat. I want to hear about you.
Me?
Yeah.
What's to tell?
Well, call some of your old contacts. Tell me some pretty crazy-ass stories.
Jeez, what crazy stories.
Together, they embark on a global journey. That's just the setup. If you're familiar with Uncharted, you know the story is going to be filled with twists and turns up until the end. It really is bittersweet. Nathan Drake has become one of the most iconic characters in all of gaming, and seeing his journey finally come to an end will be a bit sad, but the fact is, due to the caliber of his character development, everyone is clamoring to see the end of his story. With this being the first Uncharted game on the PlayStation 4 outside of the HD remasters, expect it to look great running at a full 1080p. And don't forget, as shown by the beta, Uncharted 4 looks to have a quality multiplayer component as well. Uncharted is the established franchise of PlayStation. There is a near 0% chance that this game will not be filled with quality due to Naughty Dog's excellent track record. Now we have Sony's other big exclusive, Horizon Zero Dawn, also being developed by one of Sony's most prominent studios in Guerrilla Games. While Guerrilla Games is also a very popular studio, their track record isn't of the same tier as Naughty Dog's. They're known for their work on the Killzone games, and Killzone has been a bit inconsistent in terms of quality. The first Killzone game was a letdown to many people. Killzone 2 and 3 were pretty good games, and then you have Killzone Shadowfall, which had people mixed to say the least. Regardless, even with the mixed opinions, the games were very popular. And instead of sticking to what they were familiar with, Guerrilla Games for their next game are trying something very different. Horizon Zero Dawn is an open-world action RPG that takes place in a post-apocalyptic setting 1,000 years from the present, where the world is being dominated by robotic-like dinosaurs. Yeah, at the very least, you have to say that Horizon is a very original game. And the fact that Guerrilla is going from a linear first-person shooter to a game like this is commendable in its own right. Visually, the game looks amazing. The gameplay looks extremely varied, where you can kill enemies in a variety of different ways. Whether it's setting a trap, shooting enemies with arrows, or using melee combat, there's a lot of options in the game. And while the game is set in a post-apocalyptic setting, unlike a game such as Fallout, the game is very vibrant and colorful, instead of the typical dark and drab setting for post-apocalyptic games. It's funny, really. It looks like Uncharted is being phased out, but here with Horizon, you have a game that has a ton of potential to break out and become a marquee franchise for Sony. And just like the first Uncharted game, with Horizon Zero Dawn, the game doesn't have to be perfect. As long as Guerrilla Games is able to set up a good foundation for the future of the series, they'll be alright. However, it's hard to say that Uncharted 4 isn't the most anticipated upcoming PlayStation 4 game. It's the conclusion to one of the best franchises a Sony platform has ever seen. But don't sleep on Horizon Zero Dawn. As much as gamers complain about not seeing new IPs and innovative ideas, that's exactly what Guerrilla is bringing you with this game. So that wraps up this video. What do you think? Are you more excited for Uncharted 4: A Thief's End? Or are you more interested in the innovative ideas of Horizon Zero Dawn? Or do you not care at all and you'll pick up both games? Let us know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching and goodbye.